Tuesday night's game gets called off. And that's sort of a 7-day period, but then you obviously have to play Jura again. How is it sort of adapting to the game being called off that fast?
I think if you're playing Truro on a Tuesday night in January, you have a slight inkling that the game's going to be called off. So obviously they were called off the week before at Dartford, so at home to Dartford. So we were planning and expecting the game to be off. So we weren't too disheartened with the weather that was coming in. Gale force winds, it would have made it a farce, and on that pitch. So we weren't too worried about that. So we just got on with planning our normal week.
2-0 win on Saturday against Hemel. You're now sit 12 points clear in 2 points in hand of
two games.
Second place. How important is it to sort of keep the winning streak going and to keep adding to them points being cleared?
Listen, we get asked that, a lot. It's about the next game. We can't look at what if 2 weeks time, Saturday or the next game is. We just look at that and we have the right thought process, the right way of working, that we prepare for that game, and that's it. And after the game, people will say, "Oh, you're this clear," or "You've lost it." We just deal with what we control, and that's what we can control, and that's the game at St Albans, who are on a brilliant run of form. I think everyone at the minute, the last 2 games, Hemel in a real good run of form, St Albans 1-4 on the trot in the league, so we know it's going to be a really tough game.
We spoke last week about Sam Pearson coming in, what a great signing that was, and then he scored 2 goals in his debut. Were you pleased with his performance on Saturday?
Yeah, I thought he showed what he is. I don't think anybody expected us to play him as number 9, did they? They thought he would play wide or in behind. But we're at our best when we have players that can run and at the top of the pitch, and running in behind defences to stretch them was key for us, and he did it really well, and he got his reward with 2 great goals.
As a manager, have you ever been 19 games unbeaten at home?
I'm not sure. I'm not, like I said, I'm not one for stats, records. I just look at the next challenge, and that is a really tough game on Saturday. And it's great that the fans are thinking about what if, but we have to control what we can, and that's, like I say, a tough job on Saturday.
Feels like every time sort of you guys bring a player in, a player goes out. Courtney Senior went back to his parent club. Barnet, is there any players you wanted to sign and come in on loan or anything, or is that sort of a squad done?
No, we like I've said many a time, we're always looking to make this project, this squad, better. We want to try and sign players that are here for a period of time that can get us back to where we think we should be, and every signing we make, we have that in mind. And if something comes out of the woodwork that can help that, then as a club we will try and do something. But I'm not daft enough to think we can have hundreds and hundreds of players. We have to balance the books. So if we have to get one out to get one in that makes us better, then that's the way it has to be.
Moving on to Saturday, what do you know about Saturday's opponents?
I went to watch them on Tuesday night. They're on a great run. They play really good football. And I listened to the manager's interview after the game, and like every team we play, like he said, teams raise their game to play against the team that are at the top. And the credit that I give, or we should give to our players, is that every game they have to deal with opposition that lifts their game by 25% minimum. And for us to deal with that every week and to keep winning, full credit to our players. And rightly so, the opposition lift their game, because they're playing against the team at the top of the league. There'll be a brilliant atmosphere. We'll take another load of fans there, and we're expecting a tough game. The manager's done a brilliant job there. He was a good footballer himself, and they play a style that the way he liked to play himself, so they're very expansive and very easy on the eye.
The injury updates for Saturday?
I think we will have. I think we'll have a fully fit squad, apart from Jordan Stevens, who is not far away now.
Yeah. Thank you. Best luck Saturday.
Thank you.
With regards to your current league position at the moment, I know you don't like to look at stats and things, but would you say that you can play slightly differently with a bigger gap at the top of the table? You can experiment a little bit more?
No. We wouldn't be so presumptuous and as arrogant as that. We want to respect every team we play against and try and play as well as we can, and we have no time for experiment. We want to try and win every game as well as we can, and respect every opponent. And if we take our eye off the ball and think we're better than we are for 1 minute, we'll get our backside slapped. So we have to be right on it every game.
Joe Day, would you like to be able to try and sign him on a permanent basis?
No, I think he's rubbish. Of course we would. You know, since he's came to the club, he's been really calm. I think you see the difference when he came from the first moment. Really calm. He calmed everybody down. Really good character, quiet. Just gets on with his job. Wants to learn. It's a big thing for me. At his age, he still wants to learn different ways to play football that he's been used to. So, of course, we'd love to be able to keep him long term, but you know, it's that will come down to finances, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we would be able to do something at the end of the season. And you know, when he plays for us, he doesn't have lots to do, but what he does, he's really accomplished in, and long may that continue.
I've noticed that I'll go back to this sort of style of play because you're leading, but you do seem to be attacking a lot more than maybe you were in the first part of this season. Is that just due to confidence and the way the team's going forward at the pitch?
Maybe the fact that it was quite a new team, a lot of new players getting used to each other. Takes a little while to click, but we have a real distinct way of playing. I think anybody that watches our games can see how we play and the patterns that we make and with the ball, and our shape as a team, I think, is pretty clear to see. We don't change too much, but we work on those patterns of play every day to make sure that it's like clockwork.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Okay.